Hello, welcome back to the Tomb of Terror. I'm your host, Dr. Gratu Orloff. It is April the 16th, 2023. I was filming an episode and I accidentally turned the camera off during the episode. So this is actually the same episode as the last episode, just a continuation of it. When we last left off, I was showing you that I have just created 6 episodes of the Tomb of Terror on DVD-R. They won't be on YouTube. They're just things I've created on homemade DVD that you can order. And so I was going to give you a preview of what they kind of look like. So let me turn off the lights so we can see better. So each collection is 2 hours long, meaning that means you would get about 2 times 6 equals 12, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. I'll kind of zoom through here. Starts with this this beginning. Let's see what we're going to find. Then you have a scopatone. But I can't play too much of this. Let me get some. Because, see, that's the thing, is the music is, this is the Hondel's. Scopatones were made for jukeboxes that had film, 16 millimeter film inside of them. And then we got this Dr. Pepper promo for a drive-in movie theater. And commercials. Lots of commercials. Still more commercials. It's done in the format. That's Pam Dauber that was in Mork and Mindy. Lots of amazing stuff. This is when Star Wars first came out on local television and Channel 8. Bill O'Reilly used to be a local news reporter.
Like the petition this
weekend. This is about the controversy over those Garbage Pail Kid stickers. I wanted to show you Bill O'Reilly real quick. There, see there. So far we're about 8 minutes in, and you've already had all this entertainment.
If you think it's hot outside, you should be in the theaters where Star Wars is playing. Last week, Star Wars.
Look at Bill O'Reilly there. Anyway, he used to be a local guy on Channel 8 News. Oh, did I stop? Okay, what am I doing here? Okay. This is footage that I just took off of YouTube of when their Empire Strikes Back is coming out, and then inside a toy store. I showed you where you can get a lot of this stuff you can get right off of YouTube. You could make your own collection. You don't have to buy mine, but there's ads for movie trailer for Star Crash, and I think I was in a 70s. Then there's Raquel Welch dancing. Spook Show promo. This is still episode 1. The Crimson Ghost trailer. There's the trailer for the Astro Zombies. Superman little anniversary thing. There they are in a comic book store in the 1990s, buying that horrible Death of Superman comic. This is the kind of entertainment. See, I put it together very much like the Hypnotic Eye would have been put together. And there's a homemade Flash Gordon cartoon from YouTube. Most of the stuff came right from YouTube, honestly. There's the ad for a comic store. Another Scopatone, wonderful French singer. Cartoon animated promos for different things. Lots of fun, and we're only we're not even an hour in. So, $20 plus, including postage, is what I was thinking of charging for a disc, and all kinds of ads. Superman from Sesame Street, more Raquel Welch dancing on top of a Aztec pyramid. let me get rid of that stuff at the top. This is episode 1. So what I'll do is I'll ask my wife what my PayPal address is, because I don't remember. And you can order however many of these discs you want, and then I will burn them for you or record them for you. That's the Peanuts. They were the Mothra twins. And you tell me what episodes you want. This is episode 1. So, this is the 5, 6, 7, 8s. They're a great Japanese band. One of my favorite bands. Got a Terry Toons cartoon. So if public access still was a thing and you could put together collections of things like in the old days with the Hypnotic Eye, this is what I would put together. And this is very much the way that Joe Riley and I put together the Hypnotic Eye, those early episodes. It's a promo for the Logan's Run TV series. What do we got here? Susie and the Banshees, one of the great bands. Yes, live, performing Cities in Dust. Another Scopatone. All right, let's see. I'm kind of spoiling the surprise, I guess, but you kind of need to know what you're ordering. Don't want people disappointed. That's the Suffragettes. My friend Gerald's, I think that's his favorite band after the Ventures. It's a modern band out of Canada. And then I have some of John Gorris's animation put in here. Who's, if you don't know John Gorris's animation, he's a frequent guest on the show, and you always see him in the chat. There's Stan Lee looking. That's Stan Lee in 1966, before he decided to put on the wig and put the mustache and beard on to look younger and hipper, promoting the upcoming 1966 Marvel Superheroes cartoon. And more footage inside Toy Store, where they're stocking the Empire Strikes Back toys. We're now at an hour and 53 minutes in, so this is pretty much, we're getting towards the end of the episode, this episode. This is, this stuff, I told you where to get this. I mean, you could make your own collection just like I did with your DVD-R recorder, or you could buy mine. If you made your own collection, then we could trade, and that's the end of that episode. So that's episode 1. So let's eject that. Tomb of Terror, episode 2. Let's see what's on it. I don't know how much memory I'm going to have in my phone, whether I can get through all 6. So, anyway, hopefully you guys have had a wonderful experience this morning at church, and all right. So again, the Tomb of Terror promo, I just freeze-framed off of someone on YouTube that was showing a copy of Tomb of Terror. So you got drive-in intermission promos, and I don't remember what's on these discs myself. Here's a Scopatone with Bobby V. Great stereo sound on these Scopatones. These are great transfers. It was. This is. I put this. I put this into the second episode of the Hypnotic Eye. This is from an Indian musical. This is just fantastic. Later, it was used in the movie. Later, it was used in the movie Ghost World. but we were the first, and this is a better copy than what I put in back in 1995 or whenever we did episode 2. Here's some footage of the Cramps from the Live at the Peppermint Lounge period. So, yeah, I think I may have put more music on this particular episode. I can't remember. Lots of movie trailers. So this would be perfect for your home theater. How to hook up your Pong system. G.I. Joe ads. I mean, it's just another Scopatone. I'm going real quick through this. This is there's Kamen Rider.
The Micronaut vehicle, like the Photon
ROM, Zeroids. That's inside the home of the Cramps, the Lex and Ivy's house.
Then talk to the head of our...
These are ads that the Firesign Theater did for a local VW dealership in Los Angeles. They'd put them on late night television. I think they only aired once or twice, and then there was there was kind of a controversy about the ads. This is footage of pinball machines in Dallas from their the local WFAA Channel 8 affiliate. So all kinds of stuff. Doc Savage trailer. Where are we at?
$100.
We're an hour and 14 minutes in. Just this is just the stuff that entertains me. Kevin just sent me 3 messages. Kevin from Gotham City Comics just sent me some messages. This is Sonny and Cher inside a nightclub in Los Angeles in the 60s called the Haunted House. It had monsters and a giant dragon head and all kinds of stuff. That's the trailer for the Batwoman, which is a Mexican.
Mondragón y Maura Monti o la mujer murciélago, dirigida por René Cardona para Cinematográfica Calderón, Sociedad Anónima.
I think I've given you an idea of how these are put together. I don't know if I need to scan through all 6. They're all going to be pretty much the same kind of hodgepodge of music, drive-in movie kind of stuff, comic book kind of stuff.
10 complete phrases.
Basically what the Hypnotic Eye was. And footage inside an old arcade. I don't want to break my machine fast forwarding through. That's basically what they are. So you've seen episode 1 and part of episode 2, and then there's 4 more. So And you could probably just trade. If you're short on, if you've got like duplicates of some old comics or something, or monster magazines, you could probably barter with me. Honestly, it would be nice to make a little extra income during the summer months that are going to, because I don't want to like be starving during the summer when the weather's nice. Then you don't have money to do anything. That's not fun. So I'm gonna make, and I keep making more of these things. So it's not. It's just gonna be it's. I don't want to bleed my friends dry either. So Kevin from Gotham City Comics was saying, I'd like a copy of the disc to show in the store, and it's like I probably could just trade with him because I already, like last night. It's like, yeah, that you've got a Silver Age Spider-Man comic. I don't care if the cover's falling off. Yeah, I'd like. And then he had a couple of coverless comics. It's like, maybe we could trade some comics and the equivalent, and I'll send him the disc. Just or all the free stuff he sent me, I probably should send it to him free. Shit. Okay. Let me put this back. I'm sorry for saying the S word. I just realized I just cursed and said a horrible word. I just said S. Okay, well, amazing. I wanted to kind of give you a preview of what that's like. So, one thing I've got to do is clear off all these pinball machines. That's one thing I should probably do today. I've got to get working. See this light switch. This light switch turns all these lights on. Now, what I've been told is that a previous owner, the reason they put all these chandeliers up is that, and the ceiling is that they were thinking of turning this into a dance hall. I guess with a band performing. I mean, you got enough room where a band could perform in this room. But anyway, there are recessed lights up here that go all the way around the room. And then the other day, most of them started flickering, and then they stopped working. So now, when I turn this on, you can see that these ones come on, but they stop here. They don't keep going. So must be some loose wire. Of course, I don't know how to fix that. My friend Gerald would know how to do that. Captain Strangelove would know how to do that. Almost any normal man would know how to do that. But I barely know how to fix anything because I don't want to blame my father, but my father was very busy when I was a kid. He was a full colonel in the Army, and he was constantly working. And so I was never really taught the rules, how to play sports, how to fix stuff. Maybe my older brothers they were growing up, in the 60s. I don't know. I was growing up in the 70s, and they're just like, I don't know anything, man. I know how to work a screwdriver. Anyway, so those lights aren't working now. This one, I have no idea what it ever operated. It seems, I don't know. This one turns the light on in the next room. So, and here is a little, tried to make it like a little store in here. This is where I filmed an episode last Saturday morning. Now look at this, the Authorized Guide to Dick Tracy Collectibles. Well, it's filled with just about every kind of Dick Tracy piece of paraphernalia you can find. So, yeah. These are apparently very sought after. This is a real spinner rack. This is the actual ones that were in the stores in the 70s. They make replicas, but you can instantly spot the ones that are real. They always squeaked. I don't know if there's a way you can fix that with oil, but I kind of like the squeaking. Someone told me they were made to intentionally they were made to squeak so that the person at the drugstore or the 7-Eleven knew that a kid was looking at comics and they could kind of watch them. They knew that someone was turning that spinner rack, and then therefore they knew, okay, we got to watch this kid, make sure they know it's not a public library. They shouldn't be reading the comics. Person only said that to me once at a 7-Eleven in Hampton, Virginia. The guy said, "This isn't a library." I wasn't reading the dang comic. I was just flipping through it to see what artist is in it. I was, in second grade. That's the only time anyone ever used that stupid cliched line, "This isn't a library." I know it's not a library. But maybe he had a lot of trouble with a lot of other horrible kids there doing that. Okay, let's get back to looking at comic books. Okay, so let's see what the weather's doing outside. It was like the other day, everyone was wearing shorts and flip-flops. It was like summer. It was it was in the 80s. And oh my gosh, it's snowing now. Oh, that's good. I came in here. I had kind of a sixth sense something was going on. I don't know if you can tell that it's snowing or sleeting. No, that's definitely snow. And it's in the 30s. It's not below freezing. It's not going to stick to the ground. But last year, when we first moved here in April, around my birthday is Thursday, April 20th, it snowed. I remember it snowed right, I think, on my birthday or right near it. So April's a weird month here. You can get 80-degree weather and be out sweating, and then the next day it's snowing. So the weather can change even more here than back in Texas, in the old country. So that's pretty darn cool, snowing. Yeah, and we had the air conditioning fixed the other day because it was getting really hot, and in the house, or at least especially up in the attic where we sleep, and so we got the air conditioner fixed just in time for it to start snowing and get down into the mid-30s. But it'll be warmer later, and later this week especially. So it is good that we got the air conditioner going. And before long, we'll have summer. And I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I mean, things do seem bleak as we've got really stupid people running the country right now. But, they were elected totally legitimately. It was a completely honest election. But what is something to look forward to? Honestly, do you remember how much fun, I don't know if you watched the debates, and when all the Republican candidates were lined up there on the stage, and they were all going at each other, and the way that Trump just decimated all of them. That's something to look forward to. And the country needs an enema. And it was great. Some people think he was so mean. His tweets were so mean. I thought it was hilarious. He came up with all these garbage pail kid names for all the other candidates, and just it's like, that's so unpresidential. Who says it's unpresidential? You've got to have some. Look, when things are bad, you need someone that's not corrupt, that can get things done. And he made some bad decisions as far as some of the people he appointed. He didn't realize that everyone was corrupt. It's like that movie Rosemary's Baby. If you remember that movie, Mia Farrow starts to realize that, she's basically having the devil's baby against her will. And everybody is in on it. Her neighbors know about it. They're part of the satanic cult. She goes to her doctor. Turns out he's part of the satanic cult. Even her husband is in on it. They're all, she can't go to anyone. There's no one she can trust. She realizes that there's no hope. That's just, and that's, I think Trump now realizes he can't. He has to get rid of everybody and start completely fresh. And then he can't really trust those people necessarily either. You can't necessarily even trust, who your daughter married. Well, you got to be careful because, oh man, where should this, is that good enough? If I hold up stuff to you, let's see, is it the light? I guess the light hits it good enough. Kevin at Gotham City Comics. What about this piece of art here? This was a tiny little spot illustration on the back of a Ratfink record. Blown up large, this would make a tremendous t-shirt design. But what about for an ad in Monster Bash magazine? This piece of art seems to contain everything that's wonderful in the world. From a monster head to hot rods to a girl with a cape on and giant hair and a crown. I mean, this is like... so if you took something like this and had spook show kind of writing, and then... Because what we're doing is Kevin and I at Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, he's having me help design an advertisement that's going to run in Monster Bash magazine, which has apparently been running. This magazine's been running for 15 years, and I haven't been aware of this phenomenally good. Excellent production design magazine that Monster magazine, like the vintage ones from the 60s. I think it would, we were talking about this last night, it might be good to bring the people that do Monster Bash on. And they're also the same people that are doing these other Warren-style magazines like The Shudder and Vampirist Carmilla. They're really amazing publications, but they're very hard to find. So there aren't comic stores here locally. I went to one in Des Moines. It didn't have new comics, which I thought was great because I don't like new comics. But sometimes you need new comics, like these few good new publications that exist. And then apparently there's a new Justice Society comic that's done by Jeff Johns. There are already several issues into it. I hear that's good. It is possible for new comics to actually be good. It's possible. Every time I say it's possible, I think of what was the little character in Deputy Dog that went, "It's possible, it's possible." Okay, let's see. Let's get some music going. Yeah, I hear the wind blowing and it's snowing. It's something else, man. I'm getting to be in a better mood. I realize that things are so horrible. Honestly, things are so bad that it's funny. And I almost look forward to every day coming home and putting on whatever the trusted news sources, which are not the mainstream media that I go to. It's horrifying and it's scary, but it's also hilarious. It's hilarious to hear the insane things that Biden and his people say. It's hilarious to see the people he appoints to office. It's this whole Bud Light controversy. It's really all very funny. It's like you're living in a Stanley Kubrick movie. It's funny as heck. The only problem is it's our life. And I feel like Rosemary and Rosemary's Baby. Who can I trust? Everybody